Tony, and you are watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Hey guys, if you watch this later on, just know that you are watching a live video. At any point now, my wife could come in. I have a couple little doggies, and they can go crazy. So, just to let you know, just in case that happens, guys, I gave you a warning. Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing really well. Again, my name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Guys, I am a complete coffee geek 100%. And every now and then I have a brand who reaches out to me. Mavo is one of those brands. They sent this over to me for review. And in full disclosure, this isn't like a paid advertisement. They don't pay me money for any of this stuff. That's crazy. But they do send me this, and they do send it free of charge for the purpose of doing a review. And guys, I'm always going to say yes to that. So I definitely appreciate that. At the end of the video, I'll go ahead and update the link, and I'll put the link if you want to buy this on Amazon. Just to let you know, those are affiliate links. You never pay more for what you get, and a small percentage goes back to us. So guys, I'm actually in my kitchen. Normally, I do this in my coffee corner. This is my home kitchen area, and I got my ratio over here, which is awesome. I didn't even know how much I was gonna love this. The ratio is amazing. I cannot recommend it more. If you're looking for a great pour over and you want to hit it and forget it, the ratio is the way to go. And then I have this Gevi over here. This is a Gevi 58 millimeter espresso machine. That is going to be coming out this month. That's brand new. They sent it out to me. I was one of the first people to do, I think the first person to do review on the internet. So on YouTube anyway. Go check out that review. But this is the star of the show. I'm really excited. I like doing a good pour over. There's just no other way to say it. And Mavo sent me out something like this. And this is kind of like the light kit, even though it says Little Whale. So this is kind of like if you are going to definitely be traveling on the go, or if you want to do a single pour over system. You know, I really love what they do. And if you're into pour overs, they just make some really great quality stuff. There's just no other way to say it. So let's go ahead and open this up. Of course, you get the user manual. It's a pour over, so it's going to be pretty easy to kind of get it. I love their packaging. They always do a really good design. Everything always comes. Never had anything broken. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get the star of the show here. So this is their pour over kettle that they include in this kit, and it's really awesome. It has a thermal barrier, so you could go ahead and put your water in there, and you don't have to worry about losing the temp so fast. This is food grade rubber up top, so it's nice and soft, and there is a vent on it. So if you were, like I said, put in the hot water, it's going to keep its temp. What I would recommend for this one is get your hot water in a different heat source. I do have a gooseneck kettle. This is by Chardor, and they're the ones that make my 64 millimeter grinder. That's super awesome. That's my flatbird grinder. And they do a lot of other really cool budget-friendly grinders. Definitely recommend them. I'm going to be using their kettle today. It feels kind of funny putting it into a gooseneck here, but that's okay. There is a protective little nub, I guess you call it. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me live. And then, so inside, when you go to Amazon, they say this includes a scale. It's not really a scale. It's saying the basically liters on the side of the actual glass decanter that it's all going to go into. Okay, and then here's the star of the show. I think this is the actual dripper, and I've already pulled out the little included scoop that they give you, which is awesome. So they do give you this really cool little scoop, which I'll probably be using here in the kitchen. And then this dripper is really cool. So it has a metal core, or excuse me, a plastic core. So it's a rubberized core, so you're not really worried about, again, that thermal reduction from the metal. So that's really awesome. But it does include a metal filter that goes in here. So, but it's very light, and I wouldn't be too worried about, heat loss so much because the way it's going to be there. I'm also going to preheat this a little bit. And then if you're really worried about it, there's a lid right there as far as when you're all done making your pour over. And then it's nice, again, it's called the Little Whale because It's small, it's cute, you know. It's a cool little setup. So we're gonna go ahead and do that pour over, and then I'm gonna be using the little kettle with it. Like I said, I already have the hot water. I had it preheat, so I'm gonna actually turn it back on, and we're gonna add it into the little kettle over here. And then, guys, I got out 2 grinders because I was kind of wondering if y'all wanted me to do a head-to-head, but here is my Timemore S3. So, guys, here is the thing. I love Timemore. I'm a huge fan of Timemore. I had a Timemore grinder, the C3 Chestnut, the Pro, and I used it for 6 months as my primary grinder for doing all my espresso. Look how smooth that is, guys. Okay. This is their Big Daddy grinder, hand grinder, and it's awesome. But here's the thing, guys. I love my pour overs, but I am definitely more of an espresso nut. And to me, it's really important that a grinder could be really good with espresso. But now I said I was going to do a full review on this one. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and put our water in really quick. So let's fill this bad boy up. A full review on the Timemore, and I haven't really got to that just yet, but I will soon. But I wanted to kind of bring it out just to show it to you guys. I think it really is the star of the show when it comes to doing pour overs. I took this with me on a trip out west to California and Arizona while visiting some family, and I got some amazing pour overs, and I was very, very happy. See, go ahead and fill the hot water. It's got, ooh, it's so hot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm trying to do this, with, the camera is kind of interesting sometimes. I want to put this in here, and I want to angle it. There we go. All right. There we go. Cool. So we're going to set this aside. Again, it has this really nice coating on the outside to keep the temp. And I'm going to set that aside over here. And then we're going to start measuring out some beans and doing our pour over. But yeah, I really have been kind of, this is the Mavo. And if y'all want me to try it with the Mavo, so this is the Phantox Mavo. And I'm telling you, this thing has been a gem as well. When it comes to espresso, 100% espresso capable. When it comes to, all that, it does it all. So where I think the Timemore is kind of built more for pour over, drip coffee, and this is kind of more of that all around burr. Now I have plenty of Timemores that are amazing for espresso, and I just did a review on the Whirly, and that was really cool. So yeah, so the kettle I'm using, great question there. So the kettle over here, this particular one is by the company Chardor, and they're the ones who a lot of folks in the espresso world are been super excited about. 64 millimeter flat burr grinder they make, that's amazing, and they do a lot of budget-minded grinders. This grinder is literally on Amazon right now for I think $40 to $49. So that's in the US, about $40 to $49. I do think it's out in the UK now on the Amazon market, but it is awesome. If you're looking for a good budget-friendly one, it would be a great way to go. That's kind of what they're really well known for, is their budget-friendly stuff. All right, so let's go ahead, and I want to go ahead and get basically my ratios right. So I'm going to be doing, let's see here. Alexa, what is 18 times 16?
18 times 16 is 288.
So 288 is going to be what I'm going to be looking at. 300, that's usually where I try to go with the pour over as far as how much liquid I'm going to put through. But we're going to be doing about 18 grams of coffee right now. Today, I'm going to be grinding up some Nicaraguan Good as Gold coffee. Again, they're on Amazon. They're awesome. So let's go ahead And let's get 18 grams. I'm using the included scooper. So one full scoop's about 10 or so. So what do y'all think? Should I go with the Phantox, the Mavo, or the Timemore? Which one do y'all want to see me use first? So 18.2 right above. Come on. Yeah, there we go. It can't decide. There it is, finally, 18. I always like to get my recipe right. Awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead. And I just realized I don't have my WT spritzer. Oh, all right. We might have to just do this old school style. So, guys, here is the Phantox. I'll go with the Phantox because I'm going to stick with the Mavo theme right now. One of the things I really like about this one, I'll go ahead and show you right now. When it comes to this grinder, the grind settings are right on the outside. So right here you got French press, espresso, mocha pot, and then of course you have your cold brews, your pour overs. So it's saying 6 to 10. I tend to go a little finer with my pour over. So I'm actually going to put this at about a 7 for pour over. Okay, 7 for pour over. We go ahead and make sure that's in there nice and tight. And there's no WDT because I'm not going to walk in the other room and grab it. This thing has been really nice. Yeah, I really have been loving this grinder, and I'm definitely going to recommend it. It's awesome. Look how fast this thing goes through this. This is 18 grams. Yeah, I'm digging it. Hey guys, and if you are an espresso geek and coffee geek like me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've been so thankful to everyone who's been subscribing. We just hit the 5,000 mark for subscriptions. And guys, I can't do this without you. I really appreciate you. I really kind of started doing this just to kind of get back into hanging with folks in the coffee community. I got the coffee bug when I was in college, and it's just something that has never left me. In the last couple of years, I've really taken the deep dive. So as you can see, nice and cleared. Hey, how's it going? Okay, nice and clear. Let's give it a little tap for love. Again, I did not do my WT. Okay. So, a little dirty. A little dirty. We'll clean it up later. And let's go ahead and add it in. Yeah, man, I'm so glad you caught me live. That's awesome. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get this added in. 18 grams. Can do about 300 out. Okay. Let's go ahead and even out this bed. Definitely, I think this is the right grind size, nice and coarse. So this is that kind of, oh man, not waffle, but this is all rubber, so it's not metal. So that should be pretty nice for the heat. Let's go ahead and put on the scale. Get it zeroed out. And then I have my hot water here to the side. There we go. We'll start it fresh. There we go. Just so y'all can see this. The cool thing about this scale is that the timer should start the moment I put in the water. Yeah, it goes. There's that timer. I'm gonna let it bloom. Right now I'm at 37 grams of water. Yeah, I've been really stoked lately to just get some of the new stuff I've been able to get. I was super, super stoked to get this Gevi over here. That Gevi has just been, it's been really interesting. I've been letting my son use it. I actually might pull a shot with y'all afterwards. Okay. Definitely time to add some more water. Totally saturated. The one thing I've kind of noticed about using these dye fluids, if I pick it up, sometimes I do some agitation, it restarts the clock. So I'm actually gonna do just a little bit of agitation here. Okay. Yeah, I love my espresso. And y'all, I've been using my ratio like crazy for pour overs. My kiddo's been using it a lot. Okay. Definitely time for some more water. There we go. Right at 131 in about 2 minutes. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it is pretty slow. It's the first time I'm using it. So definitely first time I'm using it. It also could be, I don't know. I mean, I went with about a 7 on my Mavo. Let's see here. Yeah, my son has been the king of using the ratio over here. It's crazy. He probably uses it 3 or 4 times a day. It's a little too much coffee. I've actually had to be like, buddy, yeah, you're a teenager. Calm it down. He uses a Timemore C2 as his primary grinder. Well, we have the Molite over here. This grinder's been pretty awesome. If y'all are looking for a good budget grinder, this is made by Gemini. That's the Molite. And it's been pretty awesome. I'm telling you, the retention on that thing has been crazy good. Okay. Yeah, you're right. This one definitely is a little bit slower. I actually was thinking about using a V60 filter. That's probably what I'll end up doing. So right now we're at 209. I'm trying to get to right about 280, 300. Okay. I think this would be a pretty cool little kit if you're working in an office. You just kind of want to have your grinder set up, pull this out, put on your desk. 18 grams, 18 grams. I'm using good as gold, Nicaraguan, single origin. I really need to try Good Brothers, man. I always see yours, and I've literally, it's one I gotta really order some stuff from. Man, yeah, I really gotta try them. There we go. Let's get a little more, and then I think we'll call this quits because it's gonna be pretty worried about the heat. Okay, yeah, 291 and 439, a little bit longer. Yeah, no, we gotta. I was thinking, man, one of these days we got to do a live together. I need to do some more lives like that. Plan it out, put the word out there. Man, I love your setup. So let's go ahead. We're going to call this good. And we're going to give this a little taste, swirl it around a bit. There we go. Okay. Put this off to the side. You can put the dripper right on there so it catches it. I'm going to end up drinking this before anything, so let's give it a little stir. Okay. And let's go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers, everyone. Oh. I wish it had a little bit more of a spout. Look at that. Look at that mess. Oh my goodness, got it all over. Cheers. Interesting. Good. Definitely really good. Very clean. But I've said this before with this particular coffee. It is supposed to be medium, but it does really kind of have more of that darker roast taste to it for sure. You know, it's good. It's really good. But I actually kind of find it a little more robust. Not robusto, but a little more robust. It's definitely richer. I would have probably called this more of a dark roast than medium personally. But yeah, very delicious. It's funny having something with espresso. I pulled a lot of shots of this with my espresso machine. I do prefer it with espresso. But yeah, definitely good. Very, I'm trying to think what this makes me think of. It kind of reminds me, it's crazy, but it actually kind of reminds me of my grandmother. It's kind of coffee my grandmother would have made. Very rich, very bold. Really kind of reminds me of like, you know, I know it's from Nicaragua, but it reminds me of like a lot of the Latino blends you get out of like Puerto Rico and all that. Just kind of has that vibe to it. And I dig it. I dig it. I don't know if lately I've just been really into a little more light roast, which has been weird because that's not usually me. But yeah, really good. I mean, as far as I think, I kind of wish this would have had a spouted end here on this decanter. As you can see when I was pouring it in, yeah, that was a little clumsy. I really like their other pour over set, and that's the bigger one. This is kind of cool. Like I said, if you had a very limited space, or you were in an office, my teenager, my wife and I are having a discussion about him going to college. This would definitely be something I'm probably gonna give to him and say, here, you know, take this wherever you go. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, but the other set that I really was really happy with, the other set they sent me, it's a little bit different. I think it's more of like you're gonna sit down and do all that. You guys, so again, this is the ratio, and I really haven't shown too much of it. I did a full review of it not too long ago, but this has been really, really awesome. This is definitely kind of hit it and forget it. My son keeps forgetting to throw away his coffee, and it's driving me nuts. But I got him hooked to some coffee from Puerto Rico. That's kind of like something my grandma used to use. Now, I'm Mexican American, but I live in Florida, and I really love all the different flavors of the islands. So I've always been very partial to good Latino coffee. I was trying to introduce my son to it, and he's been loving it. But this thing is just phenomenal, guys. If you're looking for something that's kind of just going to give you a good quality cup, and you're just going to enjoy it and have a good time with it, this thing is really awesome. I've been so impressed with it. Let me just show you guys how easy this thing is to use. So it uses a standard paper size for the filters. So very standard. It's definitely more of kind of that single use. It has this amazing way of putting out the coffee and dispersing it within the shower head that's just fantastic. Like, there's just no other way to say it. It's phenomenal. I was wondering, no, I don't have my other one here. Give this a quick little rinse. But what I really like about it is it just delivers amazing results. That's the main thing that I've just been absolutely loving, is the results it gives have just been phenomenal. Like, just crazy good. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So just really easy. I usually use my other grinder here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see here. I do about 30 seam beans. 28.8. I'm going to take it because I don't want to overfill it. Okay. All right, cool. And then, like I said, guys, I've been using this Molite a lot. So I'm going to do that right now. I need to... Oh, crap. Dropping stuff. Hey, it wouldn't be a live video if I didn't drop things. Okay. Put it in the Molite. I already have it to the setting that I've been really preferring. This thing has been awesome. All right. Come on now. Yeah, I have it set to portafilter mode. Do I? There we go. Yeah, I've been digging this thing. It's primarily what my kid uses here in the kitchen. Stop it right there. There we go. Nice. There we go. Just even out the bed. And then you put your water in over here on the side. Cool thing is, you could literally measure out your water right here on the scale. Alexa, what's 28 times 16?
28 times 16 is 448.
So 448. There we go. 350. About as right as I can get it. 455 for the grams. But what I love about this is that I work from home, and sometimes I just want to hit it and forget it. There's no other way to say it. And here we go. One button. You can't beat that. How easy this is. And not having to, I can go check my emails, do whatever I need to do, get on with my day. This thing has been really awesome. Definitely a huge fan. Of course, you want to play with the settings, your grind size, that type of thing. But this is kind of what we figured out for us. We like I said, my kid tends to do a little more of the dark roast. And this has been his puppy ever since we got it. He's probably using it like I said 3 or 4 times a day. So this is getting a lot of love in our house, and definitely has been worth it. You know, like I said, I love the fact that I don't have to think about it. I know it's going to deliver a really good cup of coffee. That's what really matters. So yeah, guys, if you guys are looking for something like that, great way to go. Now, it is pricey. I'll tell you guys that right now. I am very frugal, very, very frugal. And a good V60 and doing it by hand and having a gooseneck kettle like this and just kind of doing it yourself, that is going to be the most cost-effective way to do any of this, y'all. There's no other way to say it. Definitely the most cost-effective. Get yourself a good V60. Get yourself a good dripper. But if you're someone like me, you work a lot, you work from home, I probably wouldn't have bought this for myself. But in all honesty, if my wife would have given it to me as a present, or my kid, I would have been over the moon, and I have been over the moon. I really am super happy, feel very privileged that they reached out to me so I could try this thing out. But it is super cool. I dig it. It's been totally rocking. A lot of love. Definitely a lot of love. Again, you do your dialing in just like you would with anything else, you know, with your ratios of course, you know, to how fine something is. You know, you're still going to need to do that. Still make sure your bed's even. But once you put in, it's that one button. On my review video, I actually showed the actual group head, the shower, basically, and it really just it kind of shoots it back and forth, you know, the water, and there's pulsing, there's a balloon, and then the brew time, and then of course when it's ready. So pretty cool. I'll wait and show you guys when it's done. Give it a little taste, but definitely pretty cool. I've been digging it for sure. You know, it's been a really nice thing. Curious if anyone else has tried one of them out. I know the big boy one they have was really cool. It's huge, giant, multiple cups. This is really the 4-cup system. For our family, it works perfect. My son and I could both share 1 cup, and that's kind of all we need. We're the coffee drinkers, so we're not doing our espresso. We're doing this, but yeah, it's pretty cool for sure. Only thing I personally wish it had a timer on it. That'd be really cool. But I'm telling you, it's almost there. Really love how they have their coffee reservoir. The fact you could just take it off, put it on a scale, super cool. Yeah, the other day we made iced coffee with this. It was neat. We basically had a reservoir that we put underneath it, put ice cubes right from the get-go, just pour the ice right on, or poured the coffee right on top of the ice. It was awesome. I love the AeroPress. Shady, yeah, AeroPress is so good. I'm telling you, I love it so much. I recently took a trip out to California, Arizona, and my AeroPress was with me, and my Timemore C3. No, I'm sorry. That was my Texas trip. I took it. The California trip, I forgot it. And I'm telling you, it's one of my absolute favorite ways of making coffee. I feel like you cannot make a bad cup with an AeroPress. I'm always pleased and I'm always happy with AeroPress. So yeah, AeroPress is a great way if you're getting back into coffee, for sure. So look, it's all ready, guys. Go ahead and just give it a little bit of a jiggle stir here, and then let's go ahead and give us a pour. Same exact coffee. I did this at a 9 on the Mo Light. Okay, exact same coffee. Let's give it a little taste. Cheers. Cheers. way better. Way better. Yeah. Wow. What a difference. I have some of it over here left over, just out of curiosity. So the one I did, it's more of a punch, hits you in the gut. Almost kind of tastes like a mocha pot. This, very light. Good mouthfeel. Of course, different recipes. Did 28 grams, about 400 for the water for the grams. Way different. And again, it's controlled. Yeah, guys, this is a pretty cool one. I like this cup way better. Yeah, very good. Very good. But here's kind of the two. They look very similar. You put them you eyeball them together, pretty similar. But definitely it's in the technique. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. Pour over, I try to do my best, but I do love that this machine kind of it's like having a barista in your kitchen. Of course, it's weird being a former barista at a cafe and then loving coffee so much. I'm letting a robot do my work. But I gotta say, guys, the consistency is super there. So definitely really good. But yeah, if you have an AeroPress or a V60, I would never say, get this over that. This is like if you're in a rush, you work at home, you want to have a really good cup of coffee. I've heard a lot actual baristas have bought this before. It's kind of been a thing, Ratio says that anyway on their site a lot. And there's a lot of people who've been involved from the coffee business on it. But yeah, guys, I dig it. I dig it. Let me know if you guys want to see some more pour over stuff. Always reach out to me. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I like to put a lot of stuff out there. If you have any questions, always make sure you let me know in the comments or just send me a question to Instagram. I've had quite a few of you reach out to me on Instagram. And I'm telling you guys, it's awesome because what I really love is I love seeing pictures of your home setup, or like I said, if you have questions about something. I dig it because I'm a firm believer in as iron sharpens iron, and I really started this channel so I can get kind of more connected into the coffee community. And you guys, it's been a total blessing. There's just no other way to say it. I really am thankful for all the folks who subscribed to my channel. And if there's anything, like I said, not even questions, but if there's anything you guys want me to review or something you're interested in, I'm always willing to look into it and check into it. Big thank you to Mavo for sending this kit out to me. So if you didn't see the start of the live stream here, they sent this kit for me to go ahead and try. It's pretty cool. I also go ahead and put a lot of this on my Amazon storefront page. I share that with my wife. She has a YouTube channel about home decor and stuff. So you might see home decor and cool stuff on there that she does. Because she has a YouTube channel, like I mentioned. So if there's anything there, guys, go check it out. Really appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for watching. And hey, we're almost at Friday. Yes, I cannot wait for the weekend. You guys have a